Do you think you've used the best seeds in Minecraft? Because I don't think you have. Today, I'm gonna blow your mind with the craziest, most cursed, most extreme seeds we can find. This is a naturally spawning skyscraper, and the crazy thing about this is one of the most tame seeds we're gonna show you today. So here we are on top of the world's tallest pillager mountain. So if we go up to the top and then walk inside, obviously you got your pillagers up top. These boys can snipe you for miles. If you dig down, it gets very interesting though, because the entire base is solid wood. You could burn it out to clear it and make your base here, or you could just come here and mine. Decent seed. I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. Now this one's gonna make your brain hurt, because this is an entire library underwater on top of an underground monument. One of a kind seed, and we're just getting started, folks.
What the heck?
1353, and I typed in 315. What the heck? Am I dyslexic? Now you might be thinking to yourself,
Zach, what a beautiful underground monument that is. And
bang, right behind you, you find this. Can you imagine legitimately playing and seeing something like this? It would blow my mind like a level I could not even imagine. This is a stronghold, that's why it's here. Now this seed, I don't know exactly what you do with it, but I'll just say this right now up front. There's actually multiple bookshelves, it appears. That is one of the weirdest spawning glitches I've ever seen in my entire life. Villages are fire. You know what else is fire? A village combined into a broken mine shaft. Actually, it literally spawned the mine shaft through the village. So you're walking in Minecraft, you're coming along, you're like,
oh look, a village has been infected and all these people died.
and you think it's bad. But then you realize that the entire village has a mine shaft going right through the center of it. Look how weird this is. I mean, I've never seen anything like this in literally decades of Minecraft. Look at that. There's even rails and minecarts that actually have items spawning in the village. So you're gonna get a lot of stuff here. Oh no, there's more. Goes underneath the base. Oh, this is really weird. This is a really, really weird spawn. If you wanna do some kind of zombie apocalypse, this would be a pretty sweet base for that. Skyblock's kind of boring these days. So what if we make it a little more exciting by putting a floating house on the side of a woodland mansion? Look at how absurd this one is. You could literally live up here in this house, have a kingdom, check it out, dominate everyone below you, and be like,
Yo, I'm the king, this is what's up.
now the seeds are gonna start getting better and better over time. This is the last one for the beginning seed. So after this, they're gonna get really crazy, but take a look at what we have. All right, so here is the floating side village, and that is such a strange design. Some of the buildings are even clipped into the woodland mansion. What's really cool about this one is that when you walk inside, take a look at this. It's somewhat livable to the point where you like break a couple windows in here, and you literally could combine them and have this like really unique aesthetic, or even cooler idea right here, make it a challenge to see how far you can go by never leaving this tiny island right here. Did someone say they liked cursed seeds? Did someone say it's
Time to level up and look at even more extreme seeds.
because that's what this next one is. I'll say it right now, this is worse than half my thumbnails. Look at this cursed build. Ice in a desert. I mean, first off, that's cursed enough. But if you didn't notice, it's an entire temple inside the village with snow in the desert. I mean, literally, worlds are colliding here in a way that I don't know what's gonna happen. This could blow my whole computer up when I try to run something like this. It's too cursed. Literally, can someone make this make sense to me right now? I mean, there's no ice anywhere. It's not a glacier, it's literally just a glacier that appeared inside the freaking desert. That triggers me a little bit, I'll be honest with you. This is actually such a sick spawn to live in. It's like one of a kind. I'm sure you've never seen anything like this in your lives. Adding the glaciers there, even more unique, and the fact that you could actually live in this village and know that the entire top of this is designed around allowing you to fit a beacon in here perfectly. This becomes your base, and you're literally the king of the entire village. It's someone, did I hear that? Did I hear one of you just say,
Zach, I want a big chungus space.
I think I did, and that's why I got you right here, folks. The old Big Chungus boy. Take a look at that. You thought the tower was big. This puts that tower we saw first to shame, and that's what's gonna happen throughout this video. They're just gonna get better. You're just walking through the grassland. You see a little bit of cobblestone. You're like, is there a player on my world? Is this Herobrine? You keep walking. You're freaking out. You're freaking out. You're freaking out. Then bam! Look at the size of this woodland mansion. I mean, this is absolutely ridiculous. How could this even spawn is my first question. Like, how is a world gen so broken this can even exist? So I know what you're all wondering too.
What's inside the base?
Is it solid cobble? Or is there something a little bit more exciting inside? All right, let's break in and see what's inside, guys. Here we go. Nothing, no. Oh, what's that?
Got it!
Subscriber else. Now I'm 5'6", so I like to compensate by living in tall buildings. That's why we've done a few of them. But this is the most extreme one today. The tall pyramid that is definitely the biggest one we're gonna see today. This is insane. 6'9". Guys, look at this seat. It's 6'9", 9'6". It's a good seat. All right, I'm just saying. Yes, I'm 12. It's fine. This one goes out to all my short kings. Take a look at this. The amount of compensation you can get here is off the charts. You got the mine shaft down below too, and a ravine. In terms of a base spot, and if you're looking for something a little bit cursed, it's pretty good. But what's inside of this one? I don't know. All right, guys, this one actually does have something pretty crazy inside of it. I'm gonna show you right now. This is something you've probably not seen before in Minecraft. Here we go.
Huh?
Now it's time to level up again. This is where I would call them B-class seeds. These are like so insane that you didn't even know it was possible to happen. This one we found on Reddit, which is apparently a repeating seed forever that repeats diagonally this exact design for literally eternity. All right, when I press enter, we'll decide if this is real or fake. Here we go. I typed the number in wrong. All right, this is looking good. If you look down, you can see these red trees are literally repeating every diagonal chunk in the exact same pattern, like boom, 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 boom. I don't think underground it repeats. The weird thing about this seed is that it seems to just be repeat. Oh wait, maybe it is. So if you were to follow these chunks underground, some of the items do appear to repeat, but up top, they definitely do. Are you ready to see one of the rarest items that has ever been discovered in Minecraft? This seed claims to have found the world's rarest and largest single ore diamond structure naturally generated. Take a look at this. It has that many diamonds all connected, which has never been discovered anywhere else. I'm not even gonna tell you guys how long it took me to actually find this without X-ray on my computer because I don't have any hacks installed, but it does exist. You can find it out here. It looks pretty sweet, but as far as I know, this is the biggest single vein of ore. Now, is it worth joining this world just for this vein of ore? I don't think so unless you build a shrine around it. It's up to you, man. If you want to do it, you go for it. Now, I don't know if Bedrock has amplified worlds, but they're one of my favorite worlds to ever spawn in. This is one of the amplified world seeds that someone on Reddit found. Here's their username. This looks absolutely insane. Now here is where we spawn, and after just a short second, you can see out the corner of your eye how absolutely beautiful this seed really is. Look at this. I mean, if that isn't, first off, that in itself is majestic, but as you fly over here and just start looking around, that is beautiful. This might be the best mountain structure I've ever seen in my life. Oh my gosh. Just imagine yourself flying through here with a nice elytra on, carving it up. That is one of the top seeds we're gonna see today. Now, if you saw my last video that had a bunch of seeds, you might have saw my infinite repeating village, and this one has a little bit of repeatness in it. Is that a word? Sure. Take a look at how strange this is. So this village comes included with 4 blacksmiths, and they just exactly repeat back to back to back to back. Look how weird that is. So let's see what kind of trades this guy's got for us. Knockback 1 on the iron sword, not the best. And is there one over here too? Yes, sir, there he is. Iron axe, 15 coal for an emerald. Now that's a good trade I'd like to see. And this is, I feel like, one of the most rare things you could have in Minecraft. Be a really good spot to live by. Location, not too bad overall. Did someone say the rarest spawning setup of all time? Did I hear that right? Because we got the spawner heaven coming up with 3 spawners side by side by side. Imagine the potential mob farm you could make in a setup like this. We actually spawn right next to a village. So you can run over to the village, collect all your resources within seconds, and then go to these coordinates. Look at this. Have you ever seen anything like this in Minecraft in your entire life? Triple mob spawner. I mean, just imagine the feeling when you actually find something like this. Absolutely off the charts how absurd it is. Coal on the roof. All these chests are stocked. That one had golden apple. I mean, to make this even more rare, we even got a skeleton to spawn with a golden helmet on. I mean, this one is just a second one. The luck on this one must be very high. And look at that. There's a village right next to this thing in the distance. So like, this is really one of the ultimate seeds. So what I'm about to show you now is probably, my opinion, one of the all-time greatest seeds that has ever been invented or created by Minecraft World Generation. At the beginning, you might think,
Zack, this just looks like a normal seed.
This is where you spawn. I just flew up. You can see there's a desert temple right there. You can see there's a desert temple or a desert village right there. And there's also a village behind you. We'll start here with this village. Take a look at how interesting this village is. It is 3 feet behind spawn. And then if you walk another 3 feet, you're gonna walk into this village with the desert temple right next to it. Come this way. You got yourself a pillager tower out in the desert. And you're like, okay,
Zack, that's a lot, but is there more?
There's a lot more. And one of the cages spawns all the way down here at the very bottom of this ravine. Now this one happens to be empty, but there's a massive ravine here to get literally whatever. I mean, this could go all the way down to diamond. That's like insane how deep that ravine is. Come over this way. There's a desert temple right here and a village. It happens to be built right across a mega ravine. And inside this ravine is a mine shaft, which also contains a mob spawner on the inside. So the mine shaft goes all the way through. It's just insane the amount you can get from here. At this point, you played for 30 seconds. You've literally got half the stuff you need to beat the game. There's another ravine right here. This one, mob spawner right there. Mine shaft still continues because it's the world's biggest mine shaft. And this is all within like 30 feet of spawn. This is the kind of seed you get if you are looking to just breeze through the game. Absolutely mind-blowing how cool this one is. Are you looking for a more glitchy world than what we've seen so far? How about Caspis World right here, which involves the world's most glitched ravine seed that has ever been discovered? Wow, look at how crazy this is. I told you guys it was getting weirder over time, which is hot right there, but then this ravine, I mean, look at how strange this is. The entire thing is just repeating. Now, I don't know if this thing goes on forever, and it does seem like there's even a minecart shaft that tried to spawn in here, but this is wild. Wow, that's weird. It's still repeating, but it changes. There's a river that cuts right through the top of it, and then boom, it goes back to repeating again, and it seems like it keeps going. The way the river carves over this is one of the just most amazing, weirdest things I have seen. And now I think it goes forever. Someone said, I think it really does go forever. Now, here's a fun little challenge for you. This guy claims that there's 2 end portals that spawn literally right next to each other. What happens if you go through them? Do they take you to different ends? Here we are underground. Now we saw one of these previously where a villager was locked behind the wall, but this one says a second one is around here. Oh wow, a lot of excavating to do, but I finally found it. It's actually below us right here. So if you break the wall here, you can see it right underneath you. I didn't even know that was possible, to be honest, to have two of them spawn next to each other. So now you and your friend each get your own portal. Maybe it takes you to a different end. I'll leave that test up to you. Look how crazy this one is. It just is absolutely absurd. This spawned inside of a mountain, and that just seems like such a great starter spot for a new base. And here it is. This is really, really interesting because the mob spawner is exposed, which is weird in itself. The Nether Portal up top almost is complete. It's just such a beautiful design. You don't see anything like this normally. The amount of netherrack here is insane. This is a very, very, very unique seed, and I would love to live in a base like this. Peace.